with the latest update of the Maruti Suzuki Brezza, the smart hybrid system has now been removed from the manual trims. That means अगर आपको smart hybrid option चाहिए तो the only option you are left with is the automatic transmission, which we have today with us. Now the thing is that if you are going to buy the Brezza, you have finalized this and आप smart hybrid automatic variant को rigorously use करने वाले हैं, your running is going to be very high, commutes are too long and also you travel on highways, we will try to find out the fuel economy that it will deliver you in the real world. But there is a catch. My colleague right here, Shipranshu, he thinks that a fuel economy run should be done at higher speeds because he is a heavy-footed driver. That means we will be driving the new Brezza automatic on the highways at 100 kmph constantly and we will try to find out actually में ये कितना देती है. Namaskar, my name is Tejin and you are watching 91 Wheels. So we have filled up the tank and as you can make out average fuel economy वो अपने आप रीसेट हो जाती है. ट्रिप ए को हम अभी कर देते हैं रीसेट, दिस इज रीसेट नाउ, एंड ट्रिप बी को भी रीसेट. सो विल स्टार्ट आवर जर्नी गुड़गांव के सिटी को क्रॉस करते हुए टुवर्ड्स द आउटस्कर्ट्स एंड हाईवे एंड आई विल गिव यू द नेक्स्ट अपडेट एट 50 किलोमीटर्स. So we have covered more than 60 kilometers on the odometer. Displayed fuel economy is 20.2 kmpl. आपने अभी तक ब्रेजा के बहुत सारे डिटेल्ड रिव्यूज़ देख लिए होंगे, बट आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर माई एक्सपीरियंस विद द ब्रेजा ऑटोमेटिक. दिस कार हैज़ बीन विद मी फॉर मोर देन 3 weeks and I have covered roughly 1200 kilometers. First thing first, what are the positives? I love the car for its simplicity to use. This is a super easy car to live with. एंड बाय सुपर इजी आई मीन कि इस गाड़ी के अंदर बैठना या इसको चलाना बहुत ही सिंपल एंड बहुत ही कंफर्ट ओरिएंटेड है. यानी गाड़ी का इनग्रेस आउटग्रेस अगर आप एजेड पीपल के साथ ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं विद योर ओल्ड पेरेंट्स एंड इफ़ यू आर ट्रैवलिंग विद अ स्पेशली एबल्ड वन, उनके लिए इस गाड़ी के अंदर आना और इससे बाहर निकलना बहुत इजी है. सेकेंडली द सीट्स आर सुपर कंफर्टेबल, बहुत ही अच्छी कुशनिंग है एट द फ्रंट सीट्स. एनफ आपको बॉल्स्टरिंग मिलती है फॉर योर बैक, फॉर योर लेग्स. सो एम्पल ऑफ स्पेस इनसाइड द कैबिन एंड ऑल्सो दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द वाइडेस्ट कार्स इन दिस सेगमेंट. सो वो विड्थ आपको कैबिन के अंदर इनिशियली एकदम से इमीडिएटली आपको फील होने वाली है. Also the visibility is superb. Thin A-pillar means that on the roundabouts you can easily turn the car around, and also if you are in a very tight parking space, maneuvering this is super easy. Again, the steering feedback is light at very low speeds like 10-15 kmph, यानी आप बिल्कुल ही बम्पर टू बम्पर में हैं. You might feel this is a little bit heavier than its rivals like the Tata Nexon or even the Hyundai Venue and the Kia Sonet as well. But as soon as you start gaining speed, you'll realize that this steering has a very neutral feedback. So even if you're traveling at high speeds like we are currently doing near about 97 kmph, so अगर ऐसी speeds पर भी आप travel कर रहे हैं, the steering will give you enough confidence. So as you can make out, 100 kilometers completed. Displayed fuel economy stands at 20.8 kmpl, which I think is decent. Range जो display हो रहा है that is 749 kilometers. Currently on the highway, lorry traffic को cross करते हुए strong cross winds के बीच में next update आएगा आपकी screen पर at 150 kilometers mark. Apart from that, brakes are very decent, and then there comes the 1.5 liter K15C engine. On paper, this might not produce the best power figures, but live with it and you will realize that this engine is super tractable. If you are a CDA driver जिसको light foot से गाड़ी चलाना पसंद है, this car will reward you in every sense. The gearing is shorter, but all thanks to the 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox on this one. If you are driving on highways, जो 5th and 6th gear हैं, they have been deliberately calibrated in a longer ratio, which means at 100 kmph, the RPM sits just below 2000 RPM for a petrol car. This also means कि आपके city commute पे जो averagely आपको fuel economy मिलने वाली है, वो अच्छी होगी. So update at 150 kilometers, the displayed fuel economy currently is 20.3 kmpl and the leftover range is 688 kilometers. हम लोगों ने लिया है U-turn and we are heading back towards our starting point. Next update comes at the filling station and we will find out the actual fuel economy which Brezza Automatic gave to us at 100 kmph. Now most of the people they tend to ask कि मारुति है तो सिर्फ फ्यूल इकोनॉमी ही देती है क्या? नहीं, it also gives you a lot of features. You get this 9-inch touchscreen infotainment over here, जिस पे आपको wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay मिलता है if you're buying the top spec, which I'm driving. You also have the HUD over here, जिस पे आप speed and instantaneous fuel economy या फिर ऐसी ही vital information देख सकते हैं. You can also switch between the modes via the button on the panel given on the dashboard right side. Apart from that, आपको infotainment के and cruise control के controls जो हैं या बटन जो हैं वो आपको steering पे मिलते हैं. This is the same steering that you see on the rest of the Nexa cars or even the Renault cars. This is something that I would like to say doesn't make you feel very premium or rich in terms of cabin, because these elements they have been carried over and shared with the rest of the Maruti cars. So you do feel कि power window के switches या steering wheel it is very familiar. I don't think so this is a bad thing, but yes, shared parts, a lot of shared interior elements, they do feel quite boring. Apart from that, you also have this sunroof over here. This is electrically operated, तो आपको बटन यहाँ पर मिलता है जिससे आप easily इसको use कर सकते हैं. Mind you, don't do this with your kids on the road. So overall, ड्राइवर पर्सपेक्टिव से दिस कार इज़ वेरी सॉर्टेड. विजिबिलिटी अच्छी है, ब्रेकिंग अच्छी है, इंजन की परफॉर्मेंस भी ठीक ठाक है. इट्स नॉट वेरी एक्सप्लोसिव बिकॉज ये टर्बो चार्ज नहीं है. सो इफ़ यू आर एंथुजियास्ट लाइक शिप्रांशु हु लव्स टू ड्राइव द कार विद हार्ड फुट और हैवी फुट, so I don't think so this will satisfy your inner enthusiast, but this is going to be one of the most sorted cars you will ever own. And before I speak of the cons, last but not the least, the suspension on the Brezza is superbly tuned. It remains calm at most of the speeds. चाहे आप 20, 30, 40 की स्पीड पे ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, बहुत अनड्यूलेटेड रोड पे हैं, सड़क बहुत ख़राब है, आपको ज़्यादा बम्प्स इनसाइड फील नहीं होंगे. There is no sharp thud sound traveling inside the cabin. Even if you miss a speed breaker, this will hold on very decently and in a very planted manner. Over the highways, if you're traveling with your friends and family, the car is full with passengers and luggage. I have experienced that this doesn't pitch. इसका मतलब ये है कि गाड़ी आपको bouncy feel नहीं होगी. Gives you a very plain and subtle ride. And I personally love the headlights. They are superb, I think. 2 सेगमेंट अबू तक भी कोई शायद ऐसी गाड़ी नहीं है जो LED लाइट्स के साथ आपको इतना अच्छा थ्रो दे पाए, इतनी अच्छी इंटेंसिटी दे पाए. आई लव द लाइट्स एंड दे डेफिनेटली मेक अप फॉर अ वेरी good car for night highway driving if you love to drive at the highways. Now what I did not like, first thing was again a lot of shared elements from the other Maruti cars. तो वो थोड़ा सा आपको फील होता है कि I've seen these buttons, कुछ अलग होता. But it's not that boring. The boring part is the engine again. If you are sedan driver, again you won't feel much, but over sharp inclines, if you are traveling with family and friends, you will feel that engine is a bit flat in terms of power and torque delivery, and it has been done deliberately because 19 plus का claimed fuel economy figure automatic transmission आपको देता है. So I think that will be something that you will miss on the hills, on the mountains, on the ghat sections. Maybe a turbocharged rival like the Tata Nexon or even the Venue Turbo or the Sonnet Turbo might satisfy you that need of punch, but this car gives you a very flat power delivery, which means it's not very exciting to drive. And also I think that brakes, they could have been better, although I didn't feel any such lag, but I have driven cars with sharper brake in the same segment. So yes, these are a few things that I did feel कि अच्छी हो सकती थी. बट ऑल्सो जो बूट स्पेस है इस गाड़ी का, उसको यूज़ करना बहुत अच्छा है. उसकी बूट लिड नीचे है, जिसकी वजह से आप इजीली सामान को रख सकते हैं एंड बाहर निकाल सकते हैं. सो दैट इज़ अगेन अ यूटिलिटी बेस्ड पॉजिटिव थिंग अबाउट द ब्रेजा. ओवरऑल अ टोटली फैमिली कार, दैट्स इट, दैट यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट बिहाइंड द स्टीयरिंग व्हील और ऑन द पैसेंजर सीट्स. So total distance driven is 210 kilometers, displayed fuel economy 20.5 kmpl, and the displayed estimated range is 672 kilometers. क्या ये सच है, क्या ये फिगर सच है, यही जानते हैं आप टैंक फिलअप करके. एंड आई विल मीट यू वेरी सून. So genuine 210 kilometers covered. Fuel consumed by the Brezza Automatic was 10.2 liters. That translates into a genuine rear world 20.5 kmpl, यानी 20.5 की एवरेज Brezza Automatic ने at 100 kmph on the highways and also going through the city traffic दी है. This means that this car can be fuel economical. Also ये आपके जो लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रिप्स होने वाले हैं और द एक्सप्रेसवेज, उस पर आपको एक बहुत ही कंफर्टेबल राइड प्रोवाइड करेगी. माई वर्डिक्ट ऑन द ब्रेजा, it is not the perfect enthusiastic compact SUV. If you are looking for a turbocharged engine, I think rivals do offer you more in terms of power. But if you are looking to buy a very sedate car, a car that does everything in the most right manner, a car that is most reliable and has one of the best names associated in terms of reliability, I think Brezza will satisfy all of your needs. Tell us in the comments what you feel about the Brezza Automatic, and how do you feel that Maruti has now removed the Smart Hybrid from its manual variants. Do you want the Smart Hybrid to come back? I will meet you again very soon with such another detailed mileage run. Until then, please drive safe, always wear your seat belt.